It's me, Steve. Have you seen Blue, my puppy?
There's no Nick Jr. show as iconic and as reinvented as Blue's Clues. As it's cycled through new hosts and art styles, the show has left behind plenty of great episodes to look back on.
Will you watch the movie with me and help answer the question? You will? Excellent. Come on.
Welcome to The Rewind. Today, we'll be counting down the top 10 Blue's Clues episodes. Before we begin, make sure to give this video a like and hit the bell button for good luck. Number 10. Stormy Weather.
Is it still raining? Yeah? Yup. Still raining.
Cloudy skies and pouring rain don't always have to be doom and gloom. Sometimes it's the perfect opportunity to learn about the weather and what causes rain in the first place. This episode starts off with Steve and Blue deciding to take a hike. But before they embark on their adventure, they need to figure out what the weather is going to look like. While pretending to be a weather reporter, Steve teaches Blue all about the water cycle. Step by step, he takes us from evaporation to precipitation and back again, showing us how the Earth's water is recycled and brought back down through rain.
Wow, that was great. Too bad it's all over.
But we get to do it again.
Number 9. Magentas Message.
Magenta asked us to take care of her house while she's at the beach.
Magenta is taking a trip to the beach and asks Joe and Blue to house sit while she's out of town. Thankfully, she leaves behind instructions so that Joe and Blue know exactly what to do. The tasks involve things like feeding Magenta's fish and taking out her recycling. We get to see more of Magenta's house and even enjoy finding some of Blue's clues outside.
She did get our message. And now she's reading it.
Number 8. Blue is frustrated.
What's frustrating you, Blue? Oh, you want to play Blue's Clues so we can figure out what's frustrating you.
Frustration. It happens to everyone, even characters in Blue's Clues. Lucky for us, there's a way to fix it. The best thing to do is stop, take a deep breath, and think. Steve uses this method when he struggles to straighten a picture hanging on a wall over by the thinking chair. This method is then used on other characters like Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper when they're frustrated, as well as Rabbit when she struggles to balance things on the teeter-totter.
Blue, let's go see if we can find a way for you to reach your toothbrush. Come on.
Number 7. Blue's Big Band.
I think we need to hear that one more time. Could you play that again, Periwinkle?
Sure.
Everyone is setting up a band and each character is bringing their own instrument to play. After practicing a bit with Tickety, we get to listen to Mr. Salt and Mrs. Pepper play a washboard and even get to hear Periwinkle beat on her drums. After we skidoo and meet Piano, he guides us through a musical story about a group of pigs.
We did it! We played rhythms together in Blue's Big Band.
Number 6. Joe gets a clue.
We gotta find the last culprit. That's the third clue. We put it in our notebook because the Blue's Clues. And then what do we do?
After Joe's memorable introduction to the show, Steve goes looking for him in a game of hide and seek. Blue has something she wants to give to Joe, but we have to find him first. Steve and Joe spend some time looking for each other until they finally find each other. This is Joe's first game of Blue's Clues. He looks for clues in order to figure out what it is that Blue wants to give him. Joe even does his very first skidoo into a picture of colored shapes where Joe and Blue play their own game of hide and seek.
My very own notebook. Look, it's shaped like the thinking chair.
Number 5. I did that.
Franny tied his shoes.
And that made me happy. I did that.
This episode teaches viewers that all of our actions have consequences. By saying, I did that or you did that, people can better understand the results of their own actions. Tickety angers Pale when he knocks over his block tower, and we find a way to help her out. We also pay a visit to Blue's school, where we explore sharing and taking turns. Number 4. Morning music.
It's morning time in our house, and well, I just woke up. See? I'm still in my pajamas.
It's very early in the morning and we're on our way to Blue's house. We follow along as certain characters go through their morning routines, which they teach us through song. We help Joe brush his teeth and get dressed. A character named Shoehorn helps Joe put on his shoes and even teaches us how to tie our own shoes.
Pull both ears tight and shout with pride, "Yee-haw! My shoe is tied!"
Number 3. Steve goes to college.
That's the cafeteria, where I'll eat breakfast. I think Blue found another building. Come on.
Here we've got what is possibly the saddest episode in the history of Blue's Clues. The host, who we've grown to know and love since the beginning, says goodbye. As Steve prepares to leave for college, our introduction to Joe begins to make more sense. Steve shows us what college is like and tells everyone that Joe will stay and watch Blue while he's away. Everyone plans a surprise party for Steve, and we say our final goodbyes. Even as an adult, it's difficult not to shed a tear during this pivotal moment.
Thanks again for all your help.
Number 2. Joe's first day.
Guess what? My brother Joe is coming over.
Wow. Do you think he'll want to see my show and tell?
Of course.
This is our first time meeting Steve's brother, Joe, who's coming to visit for show and tell. While everyone's waiting for Joe to get there, Steve plays show and tell with various characters. Steve also spends time working on a picture for Joe and asks us for help. Finally, Joe arrives and everyone shares their show and tell items together.
It's Joe's duck.
Cool. Awesome.
Meet my duck, Boris.
Number 1. Look carefully.
I think you're ready to move on to the super challenge round of How Observant Are You?
Sometimes life is all about observing the world around you and appreciating it for what it is. This episode teaches us to observe things carefully in order to learn more about them, like carefully watching a duck to figure out what it's doing. After playing a mystery game with pail, shovel, and gopher, we end up in a parody of a game show where observing things carefully can earn us big prizes.
Let's look carefully and help Blue find a ladybug.
Can we help?
Oh, sure.
What do you think of our list? Before you leave, don't forget to give this video a like and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Check out these other videos from the Rewind and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you never miss another video again.